This is it, the Sonos Arc soundbar. It replaces both the play bar and the play bass, and it costs $800 or $100 more than the play bar. Excuse this echo chamber of a room I'm in, but I'm gonna unbox this puppy, set it up, and then let you know how it sounds. Let's go do this. Okay, I've got the Arc all set up and I've given it a good listen. And really, there are a few things about it that make it stand out from other soundbars. For starters, it's really stylish looking. It also sounds really good for a soundbar. One of the big challenges for standalone soundbars, by that I mean one that doesn't come with a separate subwoofer, is that they just don't have a lot of bass usually. But this doesn't feel bass shy, or at least you don't feel like you're making a big compromise. If you don't get a subwoofer, you can get one, but it doesn't make you feel like you're making a big compromise by not having one. It also has a nice wide soundstage. Obviously, the biggest difference between this and the play bar is the design. Sonos wanted to have a less boxy look and went with a rounded, more cylindrical shape. The Arc naming partially refers to the single-piece 270-degree grill that the speaker is wrapped in. It's definitely sleeker. I really do like the new design. It has kind of a softer look, especially in the white color. You can place it on a flat surface or mount it on the wall with a bracket you have to purchase separately for $79. The speaker is longer than the play bar and is equipped with more drivers. Sadly, I only have a 43-inch TV where I'm living these days, and the Arc looks fine with it, but it really is meant to be paired with a TV that's 55 inches or larger. It has a total of 11 drivers, 8 elliptical woofers, including up-firing drivers, and 3 precisely angled silk dome tweeters. The play bar has 9 drivers, 6 of them woofers, and 3 tweeters. Meanwhile, Sonos' $400 Beam soundbar, yes, it's sticking around, has 4 full-range drivers. Like all of Sonos' speakers, this is easy to set up using the Sonos app for iOS or Android. For iOS and iPad OS users, there's also the TruePlay auto calibration feature that tunes the speaker to your room. That said, if you've got a weirdly shaped room, you're less likely to hear surround effects. The speaker performs best in a boxy enclosed room. You can add the Arc to a multi-room music system with other Sonos speakers. For wireless audio streaming, it only uses Wi-Fi, not Bluetooth, so you have to have a Wi-Fi network to connect it to, or an Ethernet jack with internet access. There are 2 ways to connect it to your TV. Most of you will use the HDMI Arc port on the back of your TV. Arc stands for Audio Return Channel and allows you to distribute the audio from multiple HDMI inputs to an audio source like a speaker. It's also able to pass high-resolution audio like Dolby Digital Plus. Some might say the name of the speaker is also a reference to that port. If you don't have HDMI, the other option is to go with the optical connection on your TV. An HDMI to optical adapter is included. That's how the older play bar and play bass connected to TVs. The newer Beam soundbar uses HDMI. However, if you use an optical connection, you can't get Dolby Atmos, a more advanced version of surround sound that adds the dimension of height to your movies and music and places sound more precisely in a 3D dimensional space. It only works over HDMI. How you get Atmos sound is both easy and complicated. For starters, you need the right TV or streaming video device connected to your TV. My $225 TCL 4K TV has Roku built into it, and it seemed to pass Atmos sound to the Arc directly from the TV. However, I mainly use the Xbox One X as my streaming device, and devices like Apple TV 4K, the NVIDIA Shield, and certain Roku and Amazon Fire TV devices also pass Atmos audio from various streaming services by outputting Dolby Digital Plus via a standard Arc HDMI port. Where things get more complicated is when you want to watch 4K Blu-rays that output Atmos via higher resolution Dolby True HD. The only way to do that is connecting the soundbar to a TV with the newer eARC HDMI port, and only a handful of the newest TVs currently have it. The more should get it in the future. I'm not sure you'll be able to tell the difference between Atmos using Dolby Digital or Dolby True HD with a speaker this size, but it's just something you need to be aware of. The other big feature upgrade is voice control. As with the Beam, you can choose between Amazon Alexa or Google Assistant, and there's an array of 4 far-field microphones that do a good job of hearing your voice when you shout or from across the room, even when your music is playing pretty loud. Like with other Sonos soundbars, you can wirelessly add a set of rear speakers to create an even more immersive surround sound system. For instance, with my Beam, I have a couple of old Play 3 speakers as rears, and a lot of people like to use Sonos Ones as rears because they're Sonos's least expensive speakers. You can also get IKEA's Sonos compatible speakers for $99 each. As I said, the issue with standalone soundbars is they tend to be short on bass. The Playbar has some bass, but it's not exactly room rattling. While the Beam sounds remarkably good for its size, it's even more bass shy. The Arc is the Sonos soundbar for those whom the Beam just isn't enough. It costs twice as much, but sounds at least twice as good. While you could add a subwoofer, Sonos just updated its $700 sub with a new chipset that gives it more processing power and brings it up to date with the company's new line of speakers that use Sonos's new S2 operating system and app. Not everybody does want to buy one of those, however. The Arc clearly produces more bass than the Playbar. It also has a wider soundstage, offers better clarity, and has more volume. That all comes across both when you're watching movies and listening to music. You still might want to add a Sonos sub if you can afford it, but the point is this soundbar seems less bass compromised than previous Sonos soundbars and most other standalone soundbars out there right now. CNET's home audio editor Ty Pendlebury gave high marks to the $500 Vizio SB365 12-F6 Atmos soundbar, but that model, yeah, I know, great name that's really easy to remember. That model comes with a subwoofer and rear speakers. It sounds excellent for the money, particularly for home theater, but it just can't match the design of the Arc. Ty also told me that he prefers the Arc to the recently released Sony HT-G700 soundbar, which comes with a subwoofer but no rears for $600. I'm a fan of the Sennheiser Ambio soundbar, but it's quite a bit bigger than the Arc and costs $2,500. At $800, the Arc is a bargain by comparison. The long and short of it is there are other Atmos soundbars like the Vizio that cost less and sound excellent, partially due to the inclusion of a subwoofer. However, the Arc is certainly sleeker looking. It also sounds impressive and is really easy to set up. On top of that, you can integrate it into a Sonos multi-room audio setup for music or home theater. I'd certainly be tempted to upgrade to it from the Playbar just based on its design, but only if I had a place to put my old Playbar or if someone was willing to offer me a few $100 for it. I'm David Carney for CNET.com. Thanks for watching, and let me know what you think in the comments section.